Hey GED students, it's GED question of the day time, and we're trying one of those puzzles from MashUp Math today in order to increase our algebraic reasoning skills. So if you take a look here, whether it looks like it or not, I've got 4 related equations. I call them equations because they're two-sided things with equal signs. Now, unlike in regular algebra, instead of having letters, I've got some foods here to stand in for things I don't know. But a lot of students get overwhelmed, like where do I start? So I'll give you a good clue. Start with an equation that has only one thing you don't know. So like here, I wouldn't want to start with this equation because it has both hamburgers and tacos, 2 unknowns. That's too confusing. Same thing with this sucker down here. I've got tacos and an unknown number. Again, I wouldn't be able to do anything, 2 unknowns. But this equation here, the second one, I only have one thing I don't know, pizzas. And so what I'm saying is if you take a pizza times that same thing, another pizza, times that same thing, you get 27. So I'm thinking to myself, what number times itself 3 times give me 27? Well, let's kind of just guess and check. Let's check the number 1. If I had 1 times 1 times 1, obviously I wouldn't get 27. 1 times 1 is just 1, times another 1, it's just 1. That would have given me 1. Well, what about 2? 2 times 2 times 2. And if you think it's going to take me a while going this way, I promise it won't. 2 times 2 is 4, times another 2 is 8, can't be 2. But take a look at this. Next number I try out, 3 times 3 times 3. Well, 3 times 3 is 9, and if I were to multiply that by another 3, look at that, I'd get a 27. And I have unlocked part of my mystery. Definitely, pizzas here are worth 3. So everywhere I see a pizza slice, I'm going to write the number 3. Let's give that a try. So basically, once you figure out an unknown in algebra, go ahead, replace it. I'm going to replace all the pizzas with number 3s. And I'm regretting my choice of a blue pen. Maybe a black will work better. Hope you guys can see that better. So my pizzas become 3s. They're not unknown anymore. And now that leads me to this next equation. Now I'd like to work on this equation because, again, there's only one thing I don't know, the hamburger. So now I'm saying 3 times something times 3 equals 18. Well, 3 times 3 already is 9. So 9 times what equals 18? Well, I hope you guys know that 9 times 2 equals 18, which means I can replace this hamburger with a 2. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 times 3 is 18. It works anyway. I multiply. Woohoo! All hamburgers are worth 2. Let's go in and write 2 where we see hamburgers. And now look at that. We can do this math. 2 times 2 is 4. Times 2 again is 8. A taco must be worth 8. And now I come down here and each one of my tacos are worth 8. And now they watch out, they switch the signs on me. I'm doing 8 plus 8 plus 8. So that would be 24. So my unknown number here is 24. Cool. Now for those of you who were paying attention, there is a second question here. So I'm just going to come to the side and say, okay, the question mark originally equaled 24, but they gave us a little if thing down at the bottom. They said, how would this problem change if you took away the numbers and were only told that the hamburger equals 0? Okay, well, let's take away everything and try it with this new set of parameters. Okay, so this time we take away the numbers. Okay, I can do that. We don't know those numbers. New problem, okay? New problem. And we find out that a hamburger is equal to 0. Okay, I'll write zeros where I see hamburgers. All right, so let's see what that tells us with zeros in places of the hamburgers. So now that leads me up to that first equation. See why I want to tackle that one? This time I know all the zeros and I'm looking for taco. That's the only unknown. So of course 0 times 0 times 0 would be 0. So then every taco I see would be worth 0 too. So 0, 0, 0. And I see down here tacos 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 0. Now this is an interesting thing because I don't know why they told me that. I wouldn't be able to do anything else if I only knew that the hamburger equals 0. Because take a look at this. Now I'm looking, oh no, I would be able to do something else. I would know one more thing. I would know the answer here. Goodness, goodness, goodness. I'm glad I noticed that. I was about to lie to the whole internet. Well, how would I know the answer here? I know something about when I multiply by 0. Like, it doesn't matter what pizza is. Let's pretend pizza is 7. But if I multiply 7 by 0, what am I going to get? Just 0. Pizza could have been 11, and 11 times 0 would have given me 0. I don't care if pizza is, 179.348. If you times it by 0, you're just going to get 0. So I'd get the answer here, 0. But I would still have a problem. I got a problem, guys, and that is I cannot figure what pizza is equal to. There's just no way to know what pizza is equal to. Because like I said, whether pizza is a 3 or a 1 or a 33 or an 84, if I times it by 0, he'd be 0. So how would this problem change if I turned the hamburger into to equal 0 and erased all the numbers? I'd never, ever, ever, ever be able to figure out what pizza is equal to. Super sad. Anyway, if you have any questions about this or any other GED math topic, be sure to drop it in the comments and I'll do my best to answer it.